it down. Do something crazy. Do something crazy. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. When a team already has a playoff spot in their back pocket, it can be easy to lose focus and ease up late in the regular season. But not losing momentum going into the playoffs is also important, so they just can't mail it in here. It's the Chargers going up against the Bengals. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the San Diego Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And they're going to go soft on the corners. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. It's second down. Dalton looking. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Denzel Perryman, a linebacker out of the University of Miami, knows how to play downhill and arrive with an oomph.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. The play clock's running down. 3rd down from the gun. Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. Good use of the pass there to pick up the 1st down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And that formation won't yield much here as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. And this is going to be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 4th down.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on. The offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the 1st down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the 1st down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
First down, he'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's it. There he goes, left side. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's second down. The starting lineup for the Chargers of San Diego. Who are we discussing out of this unit, Charles?
A big guy out of Arkansas. Their tight end, a second-round pick, Hunter Henry. Many people had a first-round grade on him. Thought he was the best tight end coming out of the draft. Has the ability to get down the middle of the field, get into the seams, and knows how to find dead space against the defense and create plays.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. They'll drop to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
When you play against Carlos Dunlop, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's third down. So a second down incompletion. Now brings up third down. They'll look to throw again. And that's incomplete. Ronnie Hillman there, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up a fourth down. On fourth down, it's Drew Kaiser on to kick it away for San Diego. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And on the ground they go with a running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So out come the Chargers. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
This is Gordon, and he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Play action now. Dalton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll come out in the pistol. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Brandon Fields now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Returning, it's Benjamin. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now San Diego getting set to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now Gordon on first down, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the coming up. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Drops it off for Hillman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
To throw now on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
I think the good offensive coordinators of the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. On second down, they'll run with Gordon, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Second down following the run. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll run again now with Darkwa. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
Watching that body. Watching that body. Detroit. 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 Landed. Leopard. Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone. But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. 3rd and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. Trying to get it to LaFell, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Here's Gordon. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And they're going to speed things up here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And it's 3rd and short.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They come up with an offset eye. He'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D looking like they may blitz. They come out here in the eye. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves him at 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He finds Coleman. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now they send a man in motion right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Defense likely bringing pressure here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They're going to look to throw. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about...
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Dalton picked off by another Horned Frog, Jason Verrett. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And quickly, they get to the line. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Benjamin with it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Shift together here from the D-line. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And what a grab. That's one, Charles, that kind of leaves you and I speechless up here in the booth.
We used to think we'd see these types of catches once a season. Now I feel like we're seeing them once a game.
The tight end, Henry, here in motion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They come up in an offset eye. Gordon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Costly mistake for the offense. They now face 17 yards to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now they call on Stephen Gostkowski. His career-long 57. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for San Diego. Pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt, and the Bengals take possession. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now.
And he's into the clear. The 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 82 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Hunter Henry, 76 yards. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. And, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they just went 4 verts there against cover 2, didn't they?
They did, and it's really an excellent route versus cover 2 because the longer it develops, the more stress is put on the safeties because they're the ones back, each with half the field responsibilities. The corners don't retreat very far in cover 2. They're closer to the line of scrimmage, so now you've got 4 receivers putting pressure on 2 guys covering. Usually you'll find someone open, and that's exactly what they did there. Made the catch and carried it all the way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Will Hill. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Down to the 25. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Now they'll They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Zebra, 20. Zebra.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Dagger.
It's second down. Dalton looking. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down.
They'll try and run with their fullback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And they're going to speed things up here. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And quickly, they get to the line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. A big play there for San Diego. And even 60 yards. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
All right, so first down, 5 yards to go. The tight end, Henry, here in motion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Uses the stiff arm. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That's caught at the 1. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Green's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Dalton off play action. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll run it here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Allen has it, left side. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? In motion left, the tight end. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he floats one there, incomplete. This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Hillman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Detroit! Set! 319! 319!
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bengals are going to win this football game. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They come out here in the I. Defense showing blitz. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cincinnati, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in. Breaking in.